between person A and person B and so on. You can count the number of people. I'll try to keep all this brief because I want more of, just I want to just go through all the content, and then you can, brainstorm on it. You can absorb whatever you want. A lot of material is available on the internet, and then you can, you can really go in deep of all these information. Then there are stereo people counter. Again, stereo basically is more or less like dual counters where you can count people coming in and people going out. So it's a kind of a stereo counter. Then mono counter. Mono counter is more of like only one-sided count. It just counts a passing person. It doesn't take into consideration whether the person is going in or whether a person is going out. Then there are time of flight counters. So time of flight is basically a sort of a technology where the industry had to think about that what if there is a low light condition and still you need to count people. So a time of flight is basically a sort of a beam of ray where based upon the reflection, it was taken into account how many people are coming in and how many people are going out. So this time of flight people counter is one of the technology which is as of now currently being implemented worldwide, and it's one of the most popular technology or the way of counting people. So this is a very important technology you should read about. Then comes wireless Wi-Fi people counter. This is again a technology which is been there with us for a while now, and currently I can see that um, I feel there are a couple of companies in Northern American market. What they have done is basically they've installed sort of uh, RFID cards on the shopping baskets, and based on those sort of setup, and I think they have also installed integrating with their Wi-Fi routers, and based on that, they are able to sense and count the number of people entering from premises A to premises B, and so on. So even this technology has been there in the market for a while now, and it's really getting popular day by day. And the sixth one is infrared. Now, this is something which I am sure everybody has seen or have experienced this technology. The most basic module of this technology is the automatic doors that you see on shopping malls and all. There is an infrared sensor, motion sensor. It has a beam of infrared, and based on the reflection, it indicates the relay to open the gate for you. The same way, the same fundamental, we can count number of people. And last but not the least is the CCTV camera. Now, CCTV camera is the advanced AI version of counting people, since cameras now are capable of sensing a human face, and based on that, definitely all sort of XYZ can be done. You can detect a human face, you can capture it, you can figure out whether it's entering a premises or it's exiting a premises. So this is the most advanced version of technology which is out there in the market. It's CCTV camera based counting system. And okay, now based upon the CCTV camera detection system, we can definitely, if you can come up with some sort of a detection system which can detect a human face, and if it's able to detect the human face based upon the human face architecture, if you can add an algorithm to detect the architecture of a mask, definitely this is something which is going to make a difference. If you can come up with a small hardware which can just define whether a person entering a premises is wearing a mask or not. It's a very simple fundamental. All you need to do is detect a face, and then you need to put in your algorithm of detecting the mask. So again, examples widely available on the internet. A lot of research is being, and you can really figure out how you can implement this sort of a technology. Then thermal sensor. Now thermal sensors, again, readily available in market. A lot of people working on it. Thermal sensors today in every offices, every premises, people are checking temperature. So what innovative thing can be done with these thermal sensors? Uh, One good example is, let's think about people entering a premises. You can put a thermal sensor. Now this thermal sensor can definitely check the temperature of the person. At the same time, you can overlap it with a people's counter, so that you also check a person who's coming in order to check whether the temperature of that person is under the bracket of allowable temperature. At the same time, you also count number of people entering a premises. So you can solve two sort of problems with the same single setup. Third and fourth thing is algorithms. Now, not necessary that hardware is everything that you should always look forward to. Think about an algorithm which helps you determine how efficiently a premises can be used based upon the inputs that you have received from the counters. So even these kind of innovations will eventually help us as humans to cater services. So an algorithm could be as simple as amount of time spent watching a specific product. So that can help us to understand, did the marketing campaign that you run in order to luricate people to come into your shop, did it really paid well? Because you realize that the average time spent on watching a product in your shop, it has increased. So this algorithm will definitely help you understand that, okay, if you do ABC, people are more interested in product XYZ. So these kind of algorithms will eventually help us do proper marketing. It will help us put products in the right place in the shops. And not only the products, it can also help us optimize services. For example, in a clinic, if let's say the algorithm helps you that if the reception is right in front of you, it helps that you can have more number of people entering the premises compared to a premise where the reception is on the left hand side. So these kind of simple things can be learned with algorithms, and they really help us, correct the flaws which we don't see with our naked eye. Then the fifth one, automated attendance system. Now, this is one simple project which I made an attempt during my third year engineering, where I felt that proxies was one of the biggest challenge for the professors and in general to avoid. And what could have been done at that point in time was that every student is mandated to carry a ID card. Now, if ID cards are capable of having a sort of an RFID, wherein the professor can enter your class, and he can have a camera, he can scan the class, and he would immediately get the information of all the people present in the class. Uh, this is possible, and not only it will save time in terms of spending 10 to 15 minutes over taking attendances, and also it will iron out the fact of proxies. Uh, Also, imagine this would help in industries where people walk into a specific section of a department and then they walk out. So this will help us monitor the movement of people, so that certain times hazards can be avoided. And not only that, this automation can be implemented in n number of ways to have n number of outputs. And then RFID has been there with us for a long time. There are n number of implementations that you can see of RFIDs. As of now, FASTag, which is there on the roads, on the toll taxes. So it's a sort of an RFID where it helps you. It's layered with another technology which helps you pay for tolls without even waiting for cash payments. So of course, this industry is going to now get more mature. It will receive more attention because people want to do touchless, cashless, and of course, RFIDs will be one of those things which will be getting more focus. And last but not the least is the Wi-Fi based systems. Wi-Fi based systems again, Wi-Fi is a kind of an is kind of an infrastructure which is available in most of the premises. So I'm pretty confident that Wi-Fi as of now has been only seen as a data transferring module, but in coming times it will be seen as touch points identifier. It will be not only used for data transfer, but it will be also used to manage, monitor, and organize stuffs which were not thought about. So definitely these what do you call applications of Wi-Fi which has never been thought about will be coming into picture very soon. So again, a very promising technology and has a lot of potential to be grown and groomed. So these are some of the technologies that you should think about, you should read about, and you should see that how you can implement these technologies in your projects, and you can get more output generated not only from COVID point of view, but in general, how these technologies can help you develop something which can be eventually used in the market. So, sir, these are some of the ideas, and now we can have a kind of a question and answer round so that we can start communicating because I think I've been talking for a long time now. Hello.
Yes, sure. So
Yeah.
the participants, just you all are third year students, you have something in your mind to be implemented. So just let us have some interaction so that he can guide you, Rushan can guide you.
And
Hello,
guys, you
Prashant.
need to just
You need to just
This is Merku, madam.
hi Mirgu ma'am.
So nice ideas been given by you. Really
Yeah.
happy to see you, and the ideas are really good. And I expect that students should ask you about the whatever you have explained. I expect that the student should ask you the elaborate the points. I think whether
Sure,
the students are
definitely.
listening. Yeah, if that is more elaborated, they will be much more interested in asking the questions. Maybe one or the other point may not be clear to them. So I
Sure.
again appeal to the students, any of the project, if you're interested, whatever he talk, you please ask about that. So he'll elaborate that. So I'll mute myself so that other students can ask. Thank you, Rishan, for this good session.
Thank you. Thank you. So better if we can, I can share one video. Actually, it's, for me, it's a bit having a face-to-face conversation is a bit different. But for me, right now, it's a bit difficult. I'm not able to see you guys. But uh, what I'm trying to, pass on as a message to everyone. I'm sure everybody must have heard at least 50 to 60% of the conversation here. You must have absorbed something. So I would be really happy if you can ask certain questions because this will really help you, figure out the next project that you'll be doing. And the whole idea of this webinar is to, assist you to choose a kind of a guiding way in which you can, go ahead. So definitely, what Margu ma'am said that it's really nice because what I have said is all on a high level. It was nothing was specific. So if you can ask any doubts that you have, definitely we can deep dive into some specifics and see what we can do together.
Hello, Vrushank. It is Thalanya madam here.
Hi
Nice
Talanga
to
ma'am.
meet you. Hope you are doing good.
Yeah,
Thank you
I'm
for
really doing good.
accepting our invitation. I would like to suggest students that even if you have any ideas other than this that you are planning to implement as a project, you can get the guidance for that from Rushang. So you have a good opportunity to discuss your project implementation point from the implementation point of view. You can ask him, you can clear your doubts. So please students, be interactive. He is here to help you. He is your senior. So don't hesitate to ask him. Okay. Also, you can ask him the opportunities, how you can present your project work to others also. Right. So he will guide you in all the respect. Please feel free to ask him.
Thank you, Talanya ma'am.
Thank you, Talanya ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah.
Uh, as stated in the point, sir, I would like to ask about the face detection through mask. Means it can be implemented for last year project as means as if to implement.
Yeah. It's possible. So look, I'll tell you, there's a company in Bangalore which is currently working on this project. I'll definitely share some inputs. I'm already working with them, and not only in Bangalore, across the world, everybody is right now very aggressive on working on this project of face detection, where you can detect a mask. So more or less, what happens is that yeah, you can definitely look at. I think that's a very simple, and it's a bit complicated project wherein you would need some time. So of course, if you start today on working on this project and eventually finish it in your BE, I think that would be amazing, and it would really be appreciated. What happens in the technology is that the camera is then layered with an AI, where the AI code detects the face, and based upon your eyes, because the retina of the eyes are detected by your camera, and that is how the entire face structure starts getting absorbed by the camera. On top of it, there is an additional code which says that when the lips are hidden, or when certain specific part of your face is hidden, then it can be assumed that you are wearing a mask. So this is a very simple way of saying it, but this approach, you should go ahead and you should think how, what is it different that when you are wearing a mask, and what is it different that when you're not wearing a mask. So based on that, you can make changes in the code, in the layer of AI, and then definitely you can execute it.
Thank you.
Anyone else, students?
So I'll in the meantime,
So
Annie,
in the meantime, Annie,
I'll share one
I'll
video
share one video
Yeah,
which
yeah,
will
please.
sort of
which will
motivate
sort of
you
motivate
to
you to
see what these technologies are doing in the world. Uh, Search it out. Uh,
No need to write your question in the chat box. You can unmute your mic and you can straight away ask. Students, please don't use chat box. You can straight away. Your screen. Can you share it again?
yeah, sure, I'll do that.
yeah, sure, I'll do that.
So guys, basically,
So guys, basically,
this is a
this
company
is a
which is
company
working
which
on a
is working
technology.
on a technology.
I'm able to hear my voice, and yeah, there's a echo.
And there's a echo.
Okay. Basically, this company is working on the technology which is very simple. It's brutally simple, and it will really give you an inspiration that this is something which you can really look forward to do in real time right now as a third year project. It does not involve very complicated hardware or does not require any sort of high level coding. It's a very simple concept where uh, uh, the sensors are based upon the movement, detecting whether a person is going in or going out. And since this technology is readily available out there in the market, it's very easy to get a lot of inputs, and you can always get in touch with me because also working on a project aligned to these technology. So if you want to pick up this as your project and then you want to get started with it, I'll be there to mentor you, coach you, and work with you in order to get your project to the finish line. So I'll share this video with you so that you can have a look how the technology, a simple device, can make a big change.
The video sound is not audible, Prashant. Does it have audio, video?
Yeah, it has an audio.
Yeah, it has an audio.
It is only visible. Video is there. We are not able to hear the sound of the video.
Let me try this now.
Let me try this now.
Yeah, it's audible now. It's audible now.
This makes installation fast and with minimal setup required. You can put it in no time at all. SafeCam uses highly accurate people counting sensors to anonymously detect people as they enter and exit. On the left, you can see the sensor's video output and people entering and exiting the Iris's office. And on the right, we have the SafeCam customer and attendant views. As people enter and exit, you can see the occupancy level changing in real time on the attendant view and the visual warnings and alerts changing on the customer view. SafeCam even works accurately when people don't follow social distancing guidelines and enter extremely close together. SafeCam also has advanced staff detection functionality that can exclude staff from the live occupancy count. Get started with live occupancy data from SafeCam and help keep your customers, visitors, and employees safe.
So this was basically company which is working on which has a lot of amazing products which are really helping you to control your premises. And this product that you just now saw, it's not complicated. It's something that you are looking forward to assist you with what can be done in order to achieve this. And this is one of the ways you can get started. And I was yesterday I was discussing with Kondekar sir, the IR beam that we have, the readily available installed technology on the doors, which helps you open the doors. It has a relay circuit, and you can use as simple as the headphones that you have right now in your hand to actually transmit that data to your mobile phone, and then from mobile phone it can go to the server. So you can connect the speakers of your headphone with the relay circuit, and then you can connect the 3.5 mm jack to your mobile phone, and from there in itself you can get the inputs from the relay circuit and transmit it to your phone via the 3.5 jack, and from the phone you have endless limits, endless connections, and you can have endless applications of the data that you just collected. So such simple things can be done, or maybe after looking at all these things you might come up with something which is even more simple, even more fundamental, something that people have not even thought about, and definitely you can pick up one of these technologies to work on.
Definitely, Vrishang. Uh, Again, any other students? If you have your own idea, also you can discuss here.
I think, guys,
I
if you
think,
have
guys,
any
if you have
problems,
any
I will be very happy to discuss with
very
you.
happy to discuss with you.
Being a third year student, what
Being
sort
a
of
third year
challenges that
student,
you are
what sort
facing?
of challenge?
Hello, sir.
Yes, hi.
So I want to ask, currently we are boycotting the Chinese products. So I want to do
Yes.
something for our government to increase our financial state. So what is in your mind that can through our final year projects, I can do something for our government?
What I would say is that first of all, look, dear, I just want you to understand one aspect. Now you've got a very amazing, very amazing and very nice, topic that is out there in the market. Boycotting China. It sounds very patriotic, very simple, but let's be very honest. China has uh, been there in the market for last 40 to 60 years, and we are just talking about boycotting a nation which has been a crucial part of your life for past 60 years, just based upon your experiences in past 60 days. So I would ask you to think about it, that it's not something that just because we are patriotic at this point in time and we feel like boycotting China, so tomorrow definitely everything made in China will be out of India and everything will be made in India. This is not going to happen. What you can think in terms of helping the government is, I will give you one example, one very simple example. I just came across one application which helps you find all the mobile apps which are made in China. So I was using Cam Scanner. I did not knew that it's a Chinese app, and just because of this application, I came to know, and then I moved to Adobe Scan. So it's your call how you want to take it, but don't take it as a negative feeling that because of coronavirus we should boycott China, because this is not the right way. The world is not meant to be seen like this. Any positive work uh, done with a negative feeling is eventually a negative stuff. So in order to help the government, I would say that you can pick up simple things. For example, as of now, India is highly dependent on China for electronics and simple circuits, microchips, whatnot. So you can come up with some sort of idea or some sort of hardware which you can start thinking how we can manufacture that in India, or algorithms which can help how we can minimize the use of Chinese products. So these ways you can assist of making Atmanirbhar Bharat, but having a feeling that we need to boycott China, I feel that is, we should get independent of China. Agreed, but uh, boycotting China is not going to help us, because I'll be very honest with you, since you guys are all electronic students, possibly the first microchip that you'll be using is going to come from China. So if you want to start your third year project, and the hardware that you are going to use is going to be made in China. So I'm pretty sure if you don't take Chinese chips, possibly you would not be able to move towards your goal of boycotting China. So you should go hand in hand. think of ways how we can use uh, brutally simple things which is available in India. And yeah, that would be your first step towards making India more sufficient. You should start thinking of how we can mass manufacture, how we can introduce technologies which are developed in India to boycott China the way you want.
Okay, sir. Not I'm at boycotting exactly Chinese, but I want
Mhm.
to do something independently. That's why I'm asking.
When you say that you want to do something independently, basically what in which direction, what you want to do independently, as in like is this some specific project or what is it that you're looking forward to, so that I can answer your question properly.
No, sir, that's not. But I want to do something innovative.
Okay, so you want to do something innovative in order to assist the Indian government.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in order to assist Indian government, I think the best way you can do that as of now is that uh, the problem statements that we just discussed. Find a problem statement around you which you can address, and I think that is the right way we can start assisting our nation. Because end of the day, the nation is meant for our own people. So if we can assist, solving problems around us, that is eventually going to help our nation. End of the day, that is what we are meant for. So I believe yesterday I was discussing with Kondekar sir is that if we can develop people's counter which is uh, which can be made in India, I think that will help us a lot in terms of reducing the queues which are there in the various premises, and that eventually will help the nation because that will generate revenue, and that revenue will directly impact the financial status of our country.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else? Kondekar sir, you
Hello.
can also
Ha,
ask.
Vaishnavi. Just I would like to extend Rushang in this regard that
Yeah.
it's very nice to get your concern that you want to help government of India. So this you might be knowing that Smart India Hackathon, whatever this project is, the project
Mhm.
itself is appeal for engineers, Indian institutes, engineering college students. It's appeal. They are coming up with the problems which are faced by the government of India. Not directly government of India. They had talk. They had discussion with different bodies, different ministries, and then they are coming up with real problems what they are facing. So on the Smart India Hackathon site, you will find a list of problems which are faced in different departments of government of India. And yeah, we are waiting for solution, efficient solution for that. So just visit the site, this Smart India Hackathon website, and there you will get the project ideas. So what type of problems are there are to be solved, and if you solve this, this is going to help government of India.
Yes, sir. Definitely, I visited the site.
Prashant, one more point is just highlight that our discussion was that easy going for the easy approach, that trend is there among the students. So how
Okay. Yeah. So um, this is a very important thing. Actually, there are two things that I really want to share with you guys, which I want you to absorb it as of now, because the current conversation, the current webinar, if you see, we have a very amazing number of 80 participants, and everybody has a lot of questions in your mind. Everybody has a lot of thought processes going on, and this could have become this webinar could have become a kind of a chaos where people are asking a lot of questions. They're trying to resolve their issues. Maybe they by now have uh, maybe Pondekar sir, Talange ma'am, and I should get flooded with a lot of questions. But what happens is that we suppress ourselves, that I might look stupid if I ask this, or I might, this is not the right time to ask, I'll go to sir later and then I'll ask him personally. So this fear factor is something that you guys should come out. Uh, we should when we are attending a webinar, this is where I said that let's be bold. Let's let's take that first step, that I have this doubt and I want someone to assist me. I think a couple of students, they really did it. So I know Vaishnavi asked a question where she wants to do something, and but again, I think Konika sir has given her the guidance that the way she can guide the problem statement, and she can solve it. So maybe this is one small beginning for her. Maybe she can go to this website today, and then she might get some guidance, and she already did her first step. In the same way, everybody of us who are participating, maybe they can ask some questions, and we might, if we are not able to give you 100% guidance, since nobody is perfect, at least we can give you the first step, and then you can start your journey. So this is one thing. Second thing, which I was discussing with Kondekar sir yesterday, is that being in third year or being as a student, we always try to find a easy solution. We always Google that I want to make uh, a Arduino based sensor, and let's say most of us after this session might have some idea, and we will Google that I want to make this project. What happens is that since in our syllabuses we are always dealing with resistors, simple relay circuits, 8085 microprocessor. These are very, very ultra basic hardware. Most probably these hardwares are not used in the real time, in real industry. Imagine we are electronic students, but if we were asked questions on how a mobile phone works, possibly we all will go bonkers. Even me at this point in time, I cannot answer those questions, because this is the real time industry application of electronics and electronics in general. Now what happens is that when we go out there to search ideas, uh, the industrial equipments that are available, that are being used, most of the time we don't know them. For example, they might come up when you will search that I want to make this system. They might show you some processors, they might show you some sensors which have nothing to do with your syllabus. And then you will realize that, yeah, this is very difficult. I cannot do. Let me do something, let me search easy way of doing this. So in the Google search, you will go, you will add the word easy, and then what will happen, then you will find a lot of YouTubers and a lot of companies and a lot of freelancers who make ready-made projects for students, and then they will show you that, look, take this Arduino, take this, attach, and then everything is ready-madely available. You can call us, we will help you, and your problem is solved. And pretty much that is how we get our problem solved. We get our project, we submit it to the department, we get our thesis, and that's pretty much it. So what happened is, you got your marks, but then when you will come out in the market, when your interview will happen, or when in real time, for example, right now, I was telling Kondeka sir yesterday, I feel like I want to be a third year student again, because that was the time where I could have absorbed a lot. But I was more or less a student just like you. So possibly I couldn't absorb the way I could have absorbed. So instead of finding a easy way of doing things, we should always stick to the right way of doing things. There is a huge difference between doing things easily and doing things right. So uh, it sounds a bit annoying as of now, because it's a bit tough, but this is the way it is. Because life, in real life, in real industry, for doing a project today, Kondekar sir will tell you that, okay, you'll have 3 months of time. and you might not do it in 3 months. You'll say, sir, I need 15 more days, and sir will be grateful enough to say, okay, it's no issue, you can take 15 more days. But in real time scenarios, I'll give you my example. We were sitting in a board meeting, and they came up saying that, Vishnu, we need a business model within next week. So this is the timeline that we get in real life. Within a week, you have to come up with a business model, and then you should start thinking how you'll get it executed. So the timelines in real world are really short. So if you go with easy way, I think in real world you will have a hard time. So it's always amazing that it's okay. You can tell sir, sir, look, I am working on this technology. 90% of the components are something which I have not seen. So it will take time. So I'm working on component A, B, C, D. Can you help me with this? I think sir and everything, every faculty will be amazed that okay, you're taking that step. And in fact, they will start working with you to achieve what is not easy but what is correct. I hope, sir, this is the right message that we want to pass on.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And students, I'm really sharing this with you, not because right now as a webinar I am with the faculty, or I am, just because I'm here to host this conversation with sir, but as a student I'm sharing with you. If you bring up a technology, if you bring up a hardware, if you bring up anything to any of our faculty in electronics department, trust me, they will work with you. They will become students again with you. And this is what needs to be done today. I think the question Vaishnavi asked, that how I can help our nation, is this: we need to come up with something where all of us become students again, and we need to do things right. And I'm pretty sure every faculty is going to help you in every possible way. So instead of finding easy ways, let's start finding the right ways of doing things.
Yes, I'm finding here Gundare sir is also attending this webinar. Sir, any input from your side, sir? Okay, so I think there is some audio issue with Gundare sir. Uh, so any participants, any interaction, any doubt? Okay, so it's it seems okay, so there is no doubt. Fine. So let it be. So this is just beginning. So all third year students, they are in a phase where they are deciding their project groups and project ideas. So just let us come up with some innovative sort of ideas to solve these real world problems. After this webinar, you all will be getting one email where I will be sharing the details of the today's speaker also. So later also, if you have any ideas, any what we can say discussion you want to make with Bhushan, so you can definitely have that interaction. So he is always there for guiding you for your projects. So with
Sure.
this,
I, I will, sir. I would just like to extend such kind of a sharing here with you guys. I'm pretty 100% confident that a lot of you will be looking forward to have a one-on-one session. I think this is one thing that I, as a student, when I was sitting with in the benches of what are right now, I think this is what most of you will be looking forward to. So of course, I'll be very grateful. Like whenever you want to approach me, of course, I'll schedule some time for you guys. And definitely, if you want to discuss anything, feel free. There is no barrier, and there is no cert teacher kind of barrier between you and me. I will be very honest, you guys are as good as I am right now. There is no difference between you as a student or me as being a part of a company. And you can discuss whatsoever problems that you're facing, and I'll be very happy to help you.
Okay, thank you, Rushan. So with this note, on behalf of all the faculty members of Electronics Engineering Department as well Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department, not only faculty members but student, with the curiosity of project ideas, they have attended this webinar. So just I hope at least they have got some innovative ideas or the domains in which they can think of working for their project. So with this, again from Walchand Institute of Technology, thank you, Rushan, for sparing your time from your busy schedule. So let us hope
It was my pleasure being here.
same sort of cooperation we will find from you for what we can say next these project sessions also.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so much.
So with this, I would like to conclude the session. So I declare that this webinar is over. Thank you all.
Thank you, Rushang.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I will be sharing one feedback sheet with all the participants. So when they feel, they will get the certificate of webinar attendance also. So thank you.